Welcome to the Michigan Travel Show, a kaleidoscope of stories about the people, places, and events that shape our great state.
We go in as staff. I'm heading up some volunteers, one of the volunteer coordinators here for the last 3 days. So it's been fun, lots of volunteers going in, and I'm going to be one of them. Well, there it is, Lambeau Field, football player throwing a football. Anyway, we're going to walk into the stadium and do a quick little tour of the ground floor. The stadium was built in 1956 and was renovated big time, $250 million renovation in 2003. And still, it's had that renovation, but still got that old stadium feel. And there it is. It's one of their main gates. And here we come up and see right here, a Lambeau Field. And like Ford Field, it's interesting, they call stadiums a field. But there it is. So, they've had a lot of championships. They were an original team in the NFL. They started in 1919, but they were NFL world champions starting in 29, 30, 31, 36. During the Depression, they were big time. 39, 44, 61, 60, 65, then 66, 67 were the first Super Bowls, 96 and 2010. Yep, the world famous Green Bay Packers here in this, fair-sized community of just over 100,000, maybe 250,000 in the county. But here is another thing. The Cheeseheads. You see these people wearing Cheeseheads all across Wisconsin. And I looked all this up. Cheesehead trivia. How big of a cheesehead are you? What year was the Cheesehead originated? I looked it up, 1987. What was the first Cheesehead made from? It was made from a couch cushion back in 87. And then what are the pits on the Cheesehead called? They're called, I saw divots, but dimples. They've indents, and but I saw a divot, so probably be dimples. But anyway, that's a Cheesehead. And here's the triangular piece of a Cheesehead, but kind of cool. Like I said, Cheesehead, it started as a Milwaukee Brewers game, and that's where they first started wearing it. But they make a derogatory term of Wisconsinites making all their cheese from dairy products, and it's a derogatory thing. But now it became a symbol of Wisconsin and the Green Bay Packers. And like I said, this stadium has been renovated, but it is, like I said, it's got that old world feel. It's interesting with the signs up there. They have regular light bulbs and then like a wooden sign above everything. You see, this town is built around the Green Bay Packers. Some of their old, you come up here, you're like going back in time a little bit. Fox River Market here, we'll take a look at it. They like pork and sausage up here. Well, it gets cold up here in Green Bay. It's been pretty decent for the last 3-4 days, but this is what it's all about right here. And we can take a look out at the stadium there. We'll get a better view in another spot, but there's Lambeau Field inside this great historic stadium right there. And tonight Brad Paisley is on stage, country music store, but there it is, the draft, April 24th through the 26th. It was a free entry here, but they know how to market it right, and people have bought more souvenirs and food than they do at a normal game. About 150, 200,000 people a day the last 2 days coming in here. So this has been pretty cool. You got another place here called the End Zone Market. Like I said, they've got some cool stores and concession stands here. in this place. Like I said, I've always heard about Lambeau Field, so had a chance to work this event, and I said I was going to do it last year. Detroit hosted it, so for us to come back this year and work it was pretty cool. So we'll walk out to the field here. And last night during the draft, people would come out here and sit in the stands and watch. It was being put up on the big Jumbotron up there. But this is this beautiful field, and the sun is out, so it's phenomenal. And you got the whole lower bowl here, all the way around. And you got another Jumbotron. But what's interesting then, all the way around there are suites they built up. We got an antenna in front of us, but it goes all the way around. About 80% of it round. Up here they do have some sitting stands, and those are chairs up there. The rest of the field is all bleachers, and these steps are huge. Yeah, I did some climbing up here. I had to really work hard. As you went higher, they got it higher and higher. It was it's not like a Michigan or a Detroit Ford Field Stadium where the steps are low. But anyway, this was pretty cool. There it is. You get on the red carpet, get some pictures. Down there, they were kicking field goals, and you can see the plastic. That's where they would let people walk in and do stuff. But then nobody got on the field. Nobody was able to walk on the grass. The plastic was put down to protect the field. Hey, I got to take care of these grassy fields. But here it is. And along there are all the people who are inducted to the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame. Some of the Charles Woodson from Michigan, Brent Favre, Reggie White, Bart Starr, the great quarterback when they first won their championships, and Vince Lombardi after the great trophy. He had this franchise winning game after game in the 60s. And retired numbers, Don Hudson, Donnie Canedo, Bart Starr, obviously, Ray Hutchins, Reggie White, and Brent Favre. And like I said, so there it is right there and around there. Okay, we'll go around the rest of the stadium and check it out. So what's interesting here are the signs. They aren't neon signs, they're just wood signs or plastic with lights shining on top of them. And they got some cool places, Going Deep Pizza, Stadium Snacks, Hagmeister Park. Like I said, Green Bay. Thank you, Green Bay. They've put on a great show here. People have truly enjoyed coming here. There's the draft picks. They got a name for everything here. Throwbacks, brews and spirits, jump around. Right there, throwbacks, pretty cool. Yep. And stadium snacks, once again, Bellevue Park. Passion timeout. Does it take a time? Passion doesn't take a timeout. You get loud at Lambeau. So, the draft 2005, right there. There it is, the late Lambeau Field atrium, a big spot they added on. Packers Pro Shop, the 1990 kitchen, guest services, where you go the northeast gate. Pretty cool. And we can go in there for a quick view. So here is this beautiful atrium they built. So this is pretty cool. This, I have not been in here, but this is beautiful. And right there, those are the 6 retired numbers. Don Kutson, Donnie Tony Camero, Barstar, Nitsky, Brent Farr, and Reggie White. Oh, this is awesome. They got their offices over there, Lambeau Field atrium. This is pretty cool. Welcome to Lambeau Field. Awesome. And then looking out. This is cool, a map of the stadium and the surrounding area. Pretty cool. Draft 2005 site, 2025 site map. Yep. And there it is, the legendary leap. Legendary beep, yeah, the leap into Lambeau Field by the players. They have that down here too. The Dream Drive, you hop on a bike and just act like you're going somewhere. Do a little, the Dream Drive they used to have years ago. That's pretty cool. Yep. Players would hop on it. Yep. That's neat. How many false starts will you be responsible? Get loud at Lambeau. And we'll take one last look inside the stadium before I head out to where I gotta do a few things. But here it is, once again, different side of the stadium. Right here, pretty cool. The red carpet down there. They do the so-called Lambeau leap along here. People cleaning up the stadium from yesterday. People get to try to kick a field goal. It's a pretty cool setup. Yep, it's been fun.
They're gonna be fun pictures.
Oh, this is gonna be a great time. Okay, here is the row of all 36 helmets of the NFL. And these are great picture taking spots for kids and adults. And of course, the Green Bay one will be packed today. In fact, we have 4 more on the other side of here. The NFL is huge, obviously, and the helmets are the namesake of the teams. So here's the other 4. And up here starts at San Francisco, and they put them in each division. So they put 4 at a time. And of course, Detroit is in the NFC North. So we have Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago, and Minnesota. And that is the popular spot. Got a lot of fans rolling in from those 4 cities, obviously Green Bay, but a lot of Michiganders, people from Minnesota driving down, and of course Chicago, just a couple 100 miles south of here, roll in here to see their helmets and the entire NFL draft. So a beautiful sunny day, and we'll just walk along all the helmets here. It's pretty cool. Yep. Cool, behind every helmet, they put where they are. They got a map of where they are at. So you got Tennessee, then you got Indianapolis, and they have a map of their state or their city of where it is at on the map of that state. So that's kind of cool. And of course Green Bay's got the whole, but this is a popular spot here with the 4 NFC teams here. So that's kind of cool. And we'll just walk on down the row here. Okay. And here we go along Pittsburgh, Cleveland Browns, the Dogs, the Bengals, the Ravens. And of course, here's some of our big sponsors: Marriott, Lowe's, Visa, Verizon, Toyota, Jersey Mike's a big sponsor, Copilot, Microsoft, Snickers, Bud Light. And then we have the Washington Commanders out of DC, out of the Capitol, the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, the Dallas Cowboys, and down here, the New York Jets, the New England Patriots, the Miami Dolphins, and the Buffalo Bills. And there's the main entrance, NFL store over there. Back here's all the construction equipment to put this all together. A few people coming in early. The Bud Light backyard viewing area. This was a hot view. They got nice chairs. Not a lot, but then they got a big screen TV, a Jumbotron for people to watch the draft and things going on here. So, just giving a quick overview of this section. This is a huge complex the Packers have bought up a lot of land around the stadium and have turned this into a complete entertainment conference center. Greetings from the NFL. Point Pleasant, New Jersey. That's where Jersey Mike started. That's the Jersey Mike's whole complex there, and giveaways. A sub above started in 1956. It says welcome to day 3, and you got fan services, mobility assistance, and we got the gallery. That's where I'm at. Like I said, in there we have the helmets, lockers, the Heisman. Over there they got the 40-yard dash. Kids will play a quick 5-minute game of football, throw the ball, do a 40, do all kinds of fun stuff in there. So that's a kids zone, and it is a fun time for kids. And police on bikes here, but it's been a well-behaved crowd. 205,000 the first night. Second day, 175,000. Even in that rain, there's where I go in, and there's all the helmets. That's always a big picture taking. Like I said, you got locker rooms in there, the Heisman, some Hall of Fame stuff over there. Like I said, you got a vertical jump. They call Play 60. So like I said, they play some mini football for the kids for a little bit. They got a bunch of the fields here, all on there. A couple of goal posts. So pretty cool setup on this section. A couple of office buildings in there, conference center. Here is the practice field for kids and, well, for adults, but then they play 60 football, 2 or 3 minute football drills with kids, pass, quick little team stuff. Looks like they kicked some footballs here. There's just the volunteers doing some stuff before the calm before the storm, a vertical jump. How high can you jump? Just some football and athletic skills out here on this field, but it's all for the kids, so it's kind of cool. Yep, this is like I said, it's gonna be a nice day, so we will have a huge crowd out here. This is right next to the gallery where I'm at. Okay, this is the start of the gallery. All 36 helmets, and they're shiny. So this is a photo op opportunity as you come in to the gallery. This is pretty cool. There's the Lions. The Green Bay's #1. People taking that left and right. We'll do a quick walk through here. This is kind of cool. Players wear causes of charities that they work with, and so their shoes have their charity names on them. Some of the draft is, and this is a very popular locker. Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers. People love that one. Green Bay helmet. Here they have the New York Giants, the Eagles, the Washington Commanders, the green footballs. Those are kind of cool. By Tiffany and Company, the green footballs, and Brian Robinson. You got the Ravens. Here's the Lions, right there. Jahmyr Gibbs. Lockers don't look like this, but they make them look pretty for the show here. So we'll look at a few of them here. A few of the different players. Many of them I don't know because they're from all different teams. Right there. Justin Jefferson. Baker Mayfield. Another My Cause cleat. And then a map, the NFL draft, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Just before you go up into Door County, right there. We're going through this before the storm. Different players. People get a kick to see what the players do. And then here, we got a lot of noise coming up here. Right here, we got this huge video of what goes on the sidelines and the huddles. Lots of noise. The NFC trophy. And just keep going through this real We walk through this tunnel. People love it. All the different teams. And then we have the AFC trophy here. That's cool. Down here, got a bunch of Josh Allen, popular player from the Buffalo Bills. Their helmet, make them shiny. Devon Exney. And this is a very popular trophy, the Heisman Trophy. Top college player in football gets this every year. Right there, replica, kind of cool. And then over here we have the legend, Walter Payton. They started where they named the player the Man of the Year, who gives back to the community, and they named it after Walter Payton. Yep, who died too early from cancer. But these are some players who are nominated. Like I said, lots more Lamar Jackson, lots more. And then we have the Art Rooney sportsmanship, the legendary owner of the
He was a classic Steel City kid whose two great talents as a young
he started the Pittsburgh, so like I said, he was sports world, and he was called the Chief. But like I said, legendary owner of the Pittsburgh franchise for years, so that's pretty cool. And like here, a few more lockers. We got lots of lockers here, right there, and then to finish it off, greatness, you get into the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. So Charles Woodson in the middle up top, Vince Lombardi, Brent Favre, Peyton Manning, a couple of players, I don't know who they are. And the Hall of Fame in Canton's picked up a major sponsor. Novartis is the sponsor and takes care of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, so it will always be there as a shrining memorial to the greatest football players of all time in Canton, Ohio. And this is the exit. Pretty cool. Well, we're out here in front of the stadium, as you can see. But this is one of the large fan zones, the NFL shop. Of course, they have everything in there for sale. You name it, they got it. Toyota over here. We got Starry refreshment, some drink. I've had a few of those. Gatorade water, they're playing games there. Pepsi, the Pepsi Challenge, right over there. And then we go along here, and they have the Toyota, official automotive partner of, they're obviously of the NFL. That's kind of cool. Like I said, there's the entrance where people are still coming in. There are two main entrances here, so that's kind of cool. And we have a couple of alcohol places that are sponsors. Crown Royal, official whiskey sponsor of the NFL Draft. So people in there getting a couple of drinks, playing some games. Like I said, Toyota's got their vehicles here. It's filled with people. Upwards of 200,000 people will come here today. And this evening, they're having a huge concert with Brad Paisley, a country music superstar. So that'll be kind of cool. We'll get a little bit more here in a second. The truck here is got all kinds of acronyms of different NFL teams that he's enjoying looking at. Kind of cool. And it's got a solar powered thing on the top. Pretty cool. Awesome. He loves it. So here is the footprint of the entire complex here. The stadium, all the stuff around, and then down there where I am at. And down here is the big GA viewing theater, and also the stage where they are doing all the, picking all the NFL draft. Right there. Cool. Hey, They've done quite a complex here, pretty cool. Okay, we're at the draft stage, like a mock draft. This is just the mock draft. They get up there and act like that, saying who is winning, who is getting selected. They put on a shirt, pretty cool. Captain Morgan, my great uncle, didn't leave me anything. Smirnoff, like I said, a couple of alcoholic drink sponsors. Let's get a close-up of my great uncle. Right there. Captain Morgan. Captain Morgan Rum, New York. Captain Morgan. Pretty cool. People are enjoying it. This is a beautiful day. They got Panini down here, the autograph stage. People down there at the autograph stage. There's another one there. And so that's cool. So I'll have to go down and get another. And the Vince Lombardi trophy is put away behind the scenes there. I saw it in Detroit. And lined to see it. Got other things too. Panini, some autograph sessions and collectible cards. So that's kind of cool. Like I said, this is all out in front of the stadium. Sunny, 60-degree day. The Bud Light draft market over there. Like I said, this is all out in front. Big festival out here. Panini trading cards. And this is where they did the autograph sessions. She's sitting there making cards and smiling. I love it. Like I said, you get a great view of what's out here in front of the stadium. That's right. Happy fans. I love it. Look at the Super Bowl rings. I saw them in Detroit. Of course, a line to see them. They were pretty awesome. Over 50 of them now. A new one every year. And they just keep getting bigger. The beer hall never got there. Around the building here. We may hit that later. But we'll walk up this way. Like I said, they have a video screen with pictures people send in on off their phones. Huge crowd. Probably close to 200,000 people will be through this today. Probably close to 600,000 people. You know, lots of people from Wisconsin for sure. But neighboring states, even around the world, they came here. And what's cool is Titletown over there. They've got some neat buildings around. They built this huge complex over the years, buying up some property. And it's a Packer, yep. It's basically the Packer football complex. Here's just part of there's the stadium. Over there, it goes around there. They get this, like I said, bars and restaurants, Titletown office buildings. This is something. Walking along here, these are all the people just now coming in. Of course, there is a big concert coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. Brad Paisley, country music superstar. So it's gonna be a great concert. I plan on sticking around. A hydration station if you brought a water bottle. And we're gonna go by. Here's some of the NFL helmets. There's 3 of them, 3 or 4 of them. There's 36 of them. And they put 4 at a time. Hey, happy fans today. They're smiling.
Go back, go!
That's right. And people checking out their favorite team's helmets, which has been fun. Lots of cool photo ops. And like I said, everybody here has had a phenomenal time here. Kudos to Green Bay, the Packers, and Wisconsin for hosting this phenomenal event. They truly stepped up and saw what Detroit did last year and tried to replicate it. And they've done a great job. Better in some ways, not as good in others, but overall, a phenomenal show here for the last 3 days.